What a game, man. What a game, bro.
Exactly. Let's get
Uh,
it, yo. Fly your squad. Let's go.
yo, yo, yo. What's
What's
going
up,
on, man?
everybody? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the aftermath. Welcome to the Broad Street Aftermath with your boy Mizzy Miss Cool Cat County YouTube representing the Birds with my guy King DV. What up, King?
Hey, what's going on, bro, man? Like, my blood pressure was up, man. It was up this game, man. And I didn't think I was going to say that. I thought this was going to be an easy win, but enough is easy in the division, man. This is a divisional game at the end of the day. Yeah, we talk our talks, but this was a divisional win. It was a much needed win. We're standing at 4-0. But at the end of the day, man, I'm tired of these ugly wins. We gotta, make the standards stand out now, man. Yes, we getting the wins off of talent and just Jalen Hurts just being Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, man, we got to, pick it up. Pick it up, especially in the first half, man, because the first half was nasty. That was a nasty first half. We're gonna get into it though.
Yep. Before we do, it's green light victory, so just play our anthem. Let's go.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles!
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and let's talk about this game, man. The Philadelphia Eagles. There's my guy Smitty. Hold on. Let me get him in here. What's up, Smitty? Let's start it off with you since you popped in. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Commanders 34-31. What's your thoughts?
Man, it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? It was a few opportunities for this game to get out of control for the Commanders. They showed me a little heart, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like our defense was getting toasted a little bit. But we found a little weakness on their team too. Emmanuel Forbes has been put on his own list. He is now the Forbes list because he just gave up 9 catches, 175 yards, and he got head tapped twice. I mean, it was a good game, man. I think we should have gave Swift more carries, though, in that end of that fourth quarter when we had got that first down and they had used the timeout. I think we should have went to the run game. It would have never been overtime. The game would have been over way earlier. But that's things you learn as a coordinator, as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? They took an opportunity. It could have turned around and bite us, but we are 4-0. There's more things to get into, but I ain't gonna take up all the time. We'll go around in the circle, though. We'll come back.
Yep. King?
Like I said, man, we 4-0. But at the same time, man, we gotta blame this on Sean Desai for it to be this close. Very close, man. We had people not in the right positions. It was one play, the first touchdown. It was like one of those little swing plays where they handed the ball off. It was a touchdown. Nobody actually moved over while the guy was going in motion. Nobody moved over. So it was one of those things where you got Slade out of position to the point where he couldn't even make a play. He was getting cooked a little bit also. He got injured, but he came back in the game, man. The bright side of the defense, though, was Nicholas Merle. He was just on the practice squad. 3 sacks. He played. He played today, man. He played today. And also Cunningham played today too. The linebackers are showing up when we need them to show up and tackle us. Now we need them to show up in coverage. But today, man, I'll take the linebackers play any day. Besides that, Jalen Carter got some pressure. Milton Williams got some pressure. Fletcher Cox, man, look, everybody keeps saying that this guy is old. He's been making plays for us when it counted. When it counts, he makes plays for us, man. He makes plays. But overall, man, the defense laid the egg today, and we gotta get it together, man. Because Sam Howell and the Commanders should not have been in this ball game, man. Sam Howell and the Commanders should not have scored on that tying touchdown to take it into overtime. Like, it's so much to get into, man. They was going to try to go at Josh Jobe. They was waiting to see if Slade was hurt, because if Slade was going to be out a couple plays, they was going to go after whoever was going over there. They stayed with Bradbury in the slot. Bradbury was getting beat a little bit to the point where one of them holding calls was placed on him. We can't just make those mistakes. I don't care who we playing. I know it's the Washington Commanders, but they're in the division. They are tougher games, regardless of who we play or not. We talk trash to Big Simple and everything like that, but at the end of the day, we knew this was one of those games that we had to show up. And offense showed up. The offense showed up. You see Jalen Hurts set up there and had
Hold on, let me put it back. I'm sorry.
He had 2 touchdowns, 319. Jalen Hurts had his biggest run of the season, 24-yarder. Swift was Swift. He got into the passing game a little bit. I just want Dallas Goedert. I said this, before we went live. Want Dallas Goedert to get into the rhythm with us, man. He had a drop pass. His best play was that dot that Jalen Hurts threw on a fake handoff, and he threw it straight to Dallas Goedert, and he got it there. He got it there. I think the offense had a day, but the defense got to step it up, man, because if the defense is not stepping it up and getting home, I'm happy that Hassan Reddick did get a sack too. But look, it should be more to come, man. We play the Rams next week, so hopefully that we can get this right. I hope that Nick Sirianni is yelling at Sean Desai right now, because this game shouldn't have been even close. Pissed off that Terrell Edmonds dropped that interception and caused 2 penalties, and I don't care what nobody say. I know that it was an ugly win, but at the end of the day, no team in the NFL should win with 11 penalties. No team should win, and we actually snuck out of home with a victory. So kudos for that, but it's a lot to to get into, and I don't want to take too much time because I know that we got a lot more show to go.
Yeah, for me, Jalen freaking Hurts. I freaking love you. I don't want nobody to say. Of course, they're going to say we regress because it ain't the standard. But the stats say he played like a beast today. So salute to him. Salute to AJ Brown. Salute to Smitty. You're right. We got to give Dallas Goedert the ball. We'll break down all their numbers. We'll talk about all this tomorrow too on the Birds of Broad Street. But yeah, Dallas got to get some touches. Salute to Swift. The offense was not a problem. First half, it was iffy. I'll give it that. It was iffy on the first half. Second half, Jalen freaking Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Swift, and the crew. You got to continue to give Dallas Goedert some touches. Defense, you got to be better than that. You cannot let Sam Howell score 31 points on y'all. That's unacceptable. I was scratching my head because y'all had all that time to stop me. You missed a bunch of interceptions that you gotta fix. You got a bunch of interceptions that you missed, so you gotta take care of that. You cannot let Matthew Stafford and a bunch of people at wide receiver. Maybe Cooper Kupp plays, we'll see, but you can't let them go up and down the field on you. The penalties, we gotta clean up. We gotta clean up. It was a first down on the brotherly shove, and Lander Dickinson false starts.
Hey, no, but the one when they said offsides, if y'all actually look at the picture, and I'll send it to you, Cool Cat, we were not offside. Deron Payne was offside. I'm finna send you the picture. I'm finna send it to you.
Right.
Yeah, let me go get it. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
But yeah. That wasn't a penalty on us, but they called it against us, man. Because I know that league, is moved by national sports media, so I already knew that it was going to be some bullshit on that play. So I already knew. But then after that, they knew it was bullshit because after that, we ran it like a couple more times. One time we switched it up. Jalen Hurts bounced it outside and got the first down. Thanks to Kenneth Gainwell. But I already knew it was going to be some bullshit there. I already knew that it was going to be, hey, we can't let them get away with this play. But
fucking Mac Jones threw a pick 6, bro.
Huh? I know. I know the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to win this game, bro. Cowboys going to win. They're not even playing how they played against us, bro. They not. They not playing like that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the photos, Smitty, and I saw the
Okay,
pick 6.
Okay, bro. I'm gonna send it to you right this second. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time. Go ahead, King. You want to say something else before?
But overall, man, I'm just happy that we got out of there with the win. It was an ugly win. A lot of people are pissed off because, well, I'm included. I'm pissed off because of how the defense played. Our front four didn't get home. Like I said, we had 4 or 5 sacks. This game, this is a guy. This is a team that actually basically had 9 sacks the game prior. I know we are a better defense than the Bills, and they had 9 sacks on them, 4 interceptions. We didn't have 1 turnover on them. We could have had 1 in the end zone, but hey, we didn't recover it, and it turned into a touchdown. I just don't understand Sean Desai's scheme, especially against a guy like Sam Howell, whereas though that, all these teams are going to sit up there and try to get the ball out of their hand quickly because they know that we got a strong front 7. It's just a smart thing to do, and we don't make adjustments there. It's weird. It's weird.
Smitty, if you're still there. But go ahead, King. Talk about this real
quick. I'm here. Look at it. Who offsides right there, man?
Yeah, he offsides. He's offsides. But
his head is almost touching Jason Kelce, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, and it was a lot of one of those type of calls, man. Like I said, no team in the NFL should win with 11 penalties. No team, bro. And we actually came out of there with the victory. We came out of there with the victory thanks to Jake Elliott's 4-yarder. So, we came out there with the victory. It was an ugly win again. A head scratcher. The most controlled game that we had was last week out of the season so far, and I'm just waiting for everything to come together, man. But it seems like one coordinator is not on point, and the other coordinator is week to week, and we got to get it all together to the point where we can say, hey, this is a team that actually looks like they're ready to make that run back to the Super Bowl. Right now, yes, we're 4-0, but I don't see it right now. I think that, with these wins, it got everybody at ease. Like, we won the game and all that with 4-0. But at the end of the day, I think that, we got a lot of cleaning up to do. And, it shouldn't even got to the point where that call was overturned or, those penalties killed us as well. I don't think the penalty against Darius Slay should have been called. I think that was a great play.
Yeah.
But they on Terry McLaurin, but they called it. So, we played ball and all that. We went through adversity and we came out victorious, man. That's the positive. And that's all I can say.
Right. You got anything to say?
We've been watching all the games together. Wallace was going this
Anyway,
I'm listening to the Commanders cry. My bad. I was listening to the Commanders cry. Oh, the referee screwed us. Oh, we should have won that game. They let him get the tush push so many times. Why?
Exactly.
Cry to somebody else, man. I don't hear that.
Yep. Let's go ahead and break down Jalen Hurts and the crew. Let's start with my quarterback, Jalen freaking Hurts. So, Jalen Hurts in that game, we talked about it, but let's break it down for everybody in the back. Hold on. Whoops, wrong one. Jalen Hurts was 25 of 37 for 319 yards, 8.6 average, a touchdown, no picks, sacked 3 times, and a rating of 112.3. He also rushed 9 carries for 34 yards, 3.8 average. So we'll give our grades tomorrow, but on a scale of 1 to 10, your reaction to Jalen Hurts, King DV.
I'm gonna give Jalen Hurts a strong 8 because it was plays that I felt like he could have made. He overshot one person. I think Devontae Smith it was, and then like he was missing Dallas Goedert. I give him a strong 8, man. He played way better. No turnovers. That's a plus. 2 touchdowns. Like I said, he didn't really run in for a touchdown, but he played what the defense was giving him, and that's all you can ask for your quarterback. At the end of the day, I felt like he basically just played this game. He played this game, and I think this is one of his better games in the beginning of the season. So I do give him a strong 8.
Yep, Smitty.
I'm gonna be a little bit more generous than my cohort here. I'm gonna give him a 9, man. He made some plays, he messed up, but when we needed him the most, he showed what he really made of, man. He made some dots. He got out of pressure. That sack total don't even show what he really should have been. It should have been like 6 or 7. He literally was getting out and doing what he could. You know what I'm saying? He probably shouldn't be 25 or 37. It should have been lighter than that because he threw a lot of those balls away where he could have forced it. Like when he seen the weakness in Emmanuel Forbes, him and AJ Brown was trying to find that man any way they could. And they were dots. Like I can't really be upset. I mean, I gave him an 8 last week and he threw 2 interceptions. So I mean, I can't be not the same this weekend and say he didn't turn the ball over. He made some dynamic plays. I'm gonna give him a 9, man. I think it's still a lot to grow though. That 9 to 10 ratio is way bigger than it seems. But I like what I seen today, man.
Same here. I'm with you. I'm giving him a 9 on the race scale. I'm proud of him. He stood there in the pocket. He gave it to his playmakers. We'll get to the playmakers in a minute, but yeah, I'm proud of Jalen freaking Hurts. And sure, they'll all still say that he regressed, but the numbers right here say that he really didn't, and y'all gonna have to be quiet. But they won't. They're gonna keep on hitting like they always do. So let's go ahead in the playmakers. First, we're gonna start with the running backs. DeAndre Swift, 14 carries for 56 yards, 4.0 average. We talked about Jalen Hurts. Kenneth Gainwell, 4 carries for 14 yards, 3.5 average. Go ahead, King DV. Let's start with the running backs first.
But DeAndre Swift, man, like a different monster behind his offensive line. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I have to like key in on him because they know he had the hot hand for us the last couple games. They come out with just 56 yards, averaging 4 yards per carry. He also had another TD at home. I gotta give him an 8 also, just because it wasn't like that 5 yard average, that we used to from him. But he played a great game because he played not just the running game, but he played also receiving game, and he had some good, catches. He had some good catches this game, man, and they weren't miscommunicated this week, per se, man. But Kenneth Gainwell, man, that fumble hurt, man. I mean, even though Kelsey was there, but that fumble hurt. That fumble hurt him, and that's what I'm saying. That you can't have 2 of the same type of dynamic type of players in. Even though Swift is way better, but Kenneth Gainwell is one of those ones that you got workhorse him if you don't have certain running backs in. Like a Rashad Penny. We did have Trey Sermon, Boston Scott. If you don't have a north to south guy, you got to have Kenneth Gainwell be that north to south guy in his game. I just don't like the fact that Brian Johnson go Swift heavy in the first half, and then you bring in Kenneth Gainwell, and then you go kind of heavy with him next to Jalen Hurts and not Swift. You know, why go away from Swift? That don't even make sense. It really doesn't. But at the end of the day, as a group, Gainwell brought this down, man. I got to give it a 7. I
All
gotta
right.
give it a 7.
Yeah. Smitty?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, Gainwell. It was an opportunity for him to kind of solidify that number 2 today. He looked kind of bad, man. He looked like he couldn't catch his feet. He looked like he was just not moving it. I mean, the numbers say a little different because he averaged 3.5, but that fumble was a crucial part of the game. I think we was going into field goal range too. Like him getting like 5 or 6 yards would have put us in field goal range, and then the fumble, that fumble really put us out of field goal range. I think we ended up having a punt. Like that was a crucial situation. I think for me, Brian Johnson has to learn when to switch hands. Is a lot of times 2 games in a row. I ain't gonna say a lot of times, but 2 games in a row, I watched him get Swift hot. He rolling, you pull him, and then Swift get back in. He trying to find his feet. Even though he did come down the stretch and have a few big plays, that should have probably been 14 carries for probably 70 or 80 yards instead of 56. But a lot of that was him catching his feet, and a lot of that was Cam Jurgens going out too. When Sue Opeta came in, that side of the line was getting crashed up. If I have to give it a grade, a 1 through 10, I'm gonna give him like 6.5, maybe a 7. And that's just me trying to exclude Gainwell. If I exclude Gainwell, it's probably like a 7.5 or an 8. And it ain't even on them that it's so low. It's just it's Brian Johnson, man. He making an adjustment, and he's not doing what he said he was gonna do. You're supposed to stick to the hot hand, and he's not. And you got to do that, man. In times like that, you can't pull the guy who's finding the creases, who's finding the holes. He's breaking 4 or 5 yards a carry. You can't pull him. And it was like stupid plays too, with like Gainwell in the flat. He getting tackled easy. He ain't breaking making no moves. Like Swift got the name he got for a reason. He's Swift. Put him in the game. Let him move, man. I mean, I know we running back by committee, but maybe this year just ain't committee. Maybe we found a bell cow and we might just need to use him. Just saying. But yeah, I give him like a 6.5, 7 with everybody included.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll give them a 6. Swift looked great. Jalen Hurts looked great. It's just Kenneth Gainwell, man. He got to stop being the way he is. Now to the wide receivers. The wide receivers, man, I'm so proud of each and every one of them. But like King DB said, we gotta give it to Goddard. AJ Brown, 9 receiving for 175 yards, 19.4 average, 2 touchdowns. Smitty, 7 receiving for 78 yards, 11.1 average. Dallas Goedert, like King DB said, you gotta go to him. 2 receiving for 25 yards, 12.5 average. Swift, 4 receiving for 23 yards, 5.08 average. And yeah, so go ahead, King. The receivers.
I'm like just
And
AJ
Goddard,
Brown,
by the way, too. And Goddard.
AJ Brown, Smitty, even Olamide Zaccheaus, man. Even though he only had one reception,
Should have been 2.
Yeah, he dropped that pass. I was pissed off at that.
But he can't.
But
Listen, I tried to tell my young son, DV, before you go. I told my son, I was like, that's what you call a real quarterback. He trusted him enough to squeeze it back in there on a crucial play. That's all I wanted to say, though.
I give this whole unit, man. I give them a 9, a strong 9. I just like that one play where AJ Brown actually got into the end zone this time.
Hey, real quick, DV. So I bet somebody at Avi, right? I just wanted y'all to see what he got to wear for the next week. He got to wear that for the next week, man. Shout out to my guy, man.
But I do give him a strong 9. I think that that one play alone, when AJ Brown caught that pass and he was running towards the end zone, and I'm like, yo, please don't let this be another slow down first and goal by AJ Brown like he was doing last season, but the blocking from the togetherness from Olamide Zaccheaus and Devontae Smith to block those guys downfield for AJ Brown to get into the end zone was everything, man. On top of that, Devontae Smith going up and grabbing that catch. A lot of people saying it wasn't a catch. I believe it was a catch. He was down. AJ Brown, they basically got him involved early, got the quick slants going, and then he was basically like Smitty said, we was attacking that guy all game. We was attacking that guy all game, just like they tried to attack Joe. But we attacked that guy all game, and it paid out, man. AJ Brown came out with 200 yards, so I gotta give it a strong 9, man. This was a good performance by the receiving corps.
Smitty?
I'm with you on the score, right? But I'm gonna piggyback off something you said. That Emmanuel Forbes dude kept talking about he putting Smitty on the Forbes list. He wanted Jalen Hurts. He kept receipts. How about the receipts you can keep now? You got twice for big plays, man. It was one where AJ on one side, and then right before the hat, Smitty hit him right across the middle. Oh my God! Listen, that dude. Next time, I hope he is the same person he was today, because these numbers is because of him. They literally found everywhere he was with Smitty and AJ, made sure if he was on them, they got the ball. He had a couple plays though. I ain't gonna lie, he did have a couple plays. Where he was there, but I just like the way we was able to perform as a unit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm with the 9. I really think, to be honest, I think we got to get Dallas Goedert just a smidgen more involved. I think I need to see him with 5 or 6 catches, a game. Outside of that, man, I think it was a good performance for this core. If it wasn't for the defense, it probably look a lot more lopsided in this receiving room.
And I'm with y'all. I'm giving the receivers and Dallas Goedert a 9. AJ Brown, I love you. Smitty, I love you. Dallas Goedert, we gotta give you the ball. Everybody played their heart out. Now for the defense, man.
Oh, hey, awesomeness. Hey, good game. And moving forward, man, y'all ain't really got nothing to worry about. Y'all found something in that young kid, Sam Howell, man, for sure. Y'all found something in him.
Yeah, you did. Because these are Sam Howell's numbers when we grade the defense. 29 to 41 for 290 yards, 7.1 average, a touchdown, no picks, sacked 5 times, and a rating of 98.6. And this, let's get to the defense numbers.
Hey, y'all know something crazy though? They've given up more sacks than any team in NFL history through 4 games. The record was 23 by David Carr and the Texans, and they broke that today when they gave us 5.
Right. If y'all can see it, these are the defensive numbers. So on a scale of 1 to 10, King DV, the grade on the defense.
Zach Cunningham with 13 tackles. Oh my God.
As I said,
you was right, DV. In front of everybody, you was right. Zach Cunningham doing a little something.
Pay attention, bro. I was paying attention to the game, bro. As I said, the linebackers came out and played today, man. Nicholas Morrow had 3 sacks, 13 tackles by Cunningham. He came out and played. That was a bright point in the defense, right? With that being said, man, I'm giving the defense a 2. I'm giving them a 2. Like, yeah, I understand y'all with awesomeness basically saying, Sam Howell, y'all found something in Sam Howell and all this other stuff. Let's be clear. That defense that we've seen today was the same type of defense that the other guy, Jonathan Gannon, played in the Super Bowl. That's the type of defense, exactly the same type of defense. Slay out of place, things like that. The only difference is we blitzed when we needed to blitz. That was the difference maker, to get critical stops. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I think that, Sam Howell had a day. He had a day, but it's Eric B Bieniemy that actually knows how to go against that type of defense. Don't let's be clear. I really believe that we should have had way more sacks. I think we should have had we should have had 1 or 2 interceptions. You know, I'm not putting this on Sam Howell, man. It was a good game by him. He took what the defense gave him, and it paid off. You know, we left guys wide open. You know, that's on the defense. That's on the defense. You know, and you know, any quarterback can make us play. They can make us pay on defense if they got a guy wide open. So it's not on Sam Howell being good. It's on Eric being figuring out that damn defensive scheme, and you need to change it up. The fact that Sean Desai did not change it up in the second half is beyond me. It's beyond me. You know, it was opportunity after opportunity for us to get 3-and-outs and everything like that. And every third down, it was either a flag or it was either a first down, got wide open. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So yes, kudos to the Commanders for actually putting up a good game. I put it on the full team Commanders, not just Sam Howell. But Sam Howell, he does have a lot to learn. Between the 2 games, it was like day and night. But I put this on Eric B, man. I think Sean Desai got outcoached. And I think that we shouldn't really praise too much on Samuel Howell just yet. I think that Sam Howell has to go through the trenches to see where he's at. But you know, you just gave up, like you said, so many sacks. What was it, 24? 24 sacks?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's on the O line too. But at the same time, yeah, Sam Howell, I want to put this game on him. I think that the team had a good scheme, and Eric B just can coach against that defense. It was an easy defense to coach against, man. We was too spaced out, and our linebackers and cornerbacks was not rotating when guys were in motion. You know, it just kept happening, and I'm like, yo, these guys going to be wide open, and he was wide open, third down, or it was a penalty call, third down. You know, so it was one of those things where as though that we giving kudos to them, but if you watch the playback, you're like, yo, he really didn't do anything spectacular. It was just that, you know, he was an NFL quarterback today. That's it.
Yeah. King?
Smitty, but I got it.
Yeah.
The one thing I thought my compadre here was going to point out is Darius Slay having 11 tackles. Why does my cornerback have 11 tackles? Why did he have to get hurt? But the standout is Nicholas Morrow, who I was high on from the jump. Zach Cunningham, he had a good game. James Bradbury was decent, but he had another holding penalty, and I did not like that. That was ugly for me. But it was a poor showing, man. It seemed like every time we play this dude McLaurin, he just have his way across wherever he want to. And technically speaking, I don't know if that was a catch and all on that sideline, but it looked pretty close. And it's too close for him to be wide open in the critical moments of the game where he shouldn't even be that. You know, why is Reed Blankenship one-on-one with McLaurin? Like, why is James Bradbury? Why is Josh Jobe? Or why is not Darius Slay? Why are they not bracket covering him? Like, it don't make sense to me, man. It don't make sense. And EB did a great job of knowing he had to find the fast, quick slant game to expose the 2 corners out there, Darius Slay, James Bradbury. And then he started going up top on Josh Jobe a few times. But what I did like, Cool Cat, is Josh Jobe was able to make them go away from him. Mm-hmm. That means you're playing pretty good defense when you have to find a new option. I don't know. He left out.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm gonna give him like a 5. I think it's a lot of improvement on that in that secondary, but I also want to give him like a 6 because I know we're missing a lot of pieces too. You know what I'm saying? So there was 2 safeties out. Justin Evans gone, Sidney Brown gone, Avonte Maddox, Nakobe Dean. Like we down some people, which makes it a little harder to fit people in. You got a rookie out there pretty much in Josh Jobe who never has snaps. And then you got Terrell Edmonds, who wasn't supposed to be a significant starter this year outside of the box. you know, so we playing with what we got. And I think once we get our team back healthy, Cool Cat, we're gonna be in a great position to do some things.
Right. I'm giving the defense a 6. You got to be better. You cannot have, there he is. You cannot allow Sam Howell to go up and down the field. You just can't. You got to give him, you got to stop him. Because Terry McLaurin went up and down the field. They ran down our throat a couple of times. So I'm giving the defense a 6 as well. So there's that. Now, our final topic before we wrap up, coaching. Yeah, I know, King. We'll start with you because I know you got a lot to say about coaching. So go ahead.
Brian Johnson started out the game very good, man. That first drive was amazing. You know, we got the ball in both of our playmakers' hands, AJ and Smitty, and also DeAndre Swift. You know, it was a great first drive. It was too many 3-and-outs to my liking, but in the first half, but you know, BJ, I gotta give BJ a smooth 7.
Right.
Smooth 7, man. We got a lot to clean up. Like I said, Dallas gotta get involved.
Yep.
It was too many penalties on Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, just to name a few. And then also Cam Jurgens, man, if you knew that this guy had a groin injury coming into the game because he hurt it in practice, and then now his foot is injured. You know, he's seen walking out with a boot. Like, I gotta give it a 7, man. You gotta be prepared for all this stuff, man. You know, even if it's a short period of time, you got to be prepared, man. You know, this is why you need to be boosting up like your one of your what is it, second rounder, Tyler Steen. You gotta boost him up. Sua Opeta should not have been in there.
Tyler
Should
Steen
not.
not active, bro.
He not.
He's on the inactive list for this week with Rashad Penny.
That's weird. But
Healthy
but anyway,
scratch.
but anyway,
That's
I think.
I'm with you. It's weird. I'm with you.
But anyway, I think that we really didn't fully prepare for what could happen. You know, just to be safe. Because we figured probably it was the Washington Commanders, and then all of a sudden, they hung up 31 points on us, right? So I gotta give Brian Johnson a 7. As far as Sean Desai, man, I'm not gonna give no negatives, man. I'm gonna give that dude a 2. Just because of the linebackers bailing him out. We did get 5 sacks, but overall, man, like, them going down the field at ease, they punted what 2-3 times in the game. Well, probably 4, including overtime. But yeah, Sean Desai got a lot to learn, man. Because if you sit up there, and play a good game against a Kirk Cousins in that offense, and you play a good game against who else we play? We play Kirk Cousins and what
Mac
other coach?
Jones and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, we played good against a hot Baker Mayfield coming in. Even though Baker Mayfield is still Baker Mayfield to me. And then you give Sam Howell, a guy that just got a little bit of hope last season when he beat the Cowboys in Week 18, and you give him the opportunity to sit up there and act like he was a Patrick Mahomes type. Yeah, you got a lot of work to do, so I'll give him a 2. Special
Hold on.
teams,
Hold on now. Hold on now. You gotta look at them stats again. Now he did not let them sit up there. We just wasn't getting there. He called the blitz a lot. He
No,
brought 6 a lot.
bro, he called the blitz, yes, but at the end of the day, like,
Sam Howell just beat us, bro. I mean, it's hard as a coordinator, you can't coach for the off plays. Really look at if you really look at it, how many of those plays he really dropped back, found the guy with the rip, and boom. It was a lot of that, like moving up in the pocket. Like, I don't know. I think you killing the side a little bit. I think you killing
I'm not killing him, bro. Like, it's no.
It got to be on the players sometimes too, bro. I'm just saying.
No, it is on the players. I'm not saying it's not on the players, but when you so you got kids, right? And you sit up there and be like, yo, I'm gonna put you in a position for you to be great because I know that you're going about to do some dumb shit or whatever. You did some dumb shit the last play, so you got to be put in certain situations. And I'm not talking about the front four and all that, getting pressure on the quarterback because it was a lot of QB hits on Sam Howell. I'm talking about the secondary, and how they were open. You know, I like the fact that Jalen Carter took it amongst himself on that play where they was trying to do that tight end 4th and 2 or 4th and something, and basically stop the play. He stopped the play himself, but I think it was a call against us, I believe. But Jalen Carter was there because he made that adjustment. But Sean Desai needs to put these guys in the right positions, man. I've seen too much of Slay not in position. I see Josh Jobe getting beat and not no help over the top of Reed Blankenship. I'm looking at all this. It has to be like it's on the players too. Yes, I agree. They need to execute better, but at the same time, these Sean Desai got to get in a mitt and be like, yo,
But it's trust too, DV. How much you think he trusts Josh Jobe after watching him get cooked in the first quarter?
little to none. He
He
should.
tried to put him in man and bring the pressure and bump him off the line. And McLaurin and Dotson and Pringle and who all these dudes was killing Jobe today, man.
Exactly.
So he went to zone. He went to the only thing he said, okay, I'm gonna go to zone. I'm gonna try to help him. And he still was getting cooked on zone.
Exactly. So why not flip it and get Wishakom out there?
Who?
Put.
Was Ricks active?
Listen.
I'm asking you, was Ricks on the active list? That's why I thought they didn't put him in.
I'm not even talking about Ricks. Put James Bradbury on the outside and get Josh Jobe that extra help on the way down. Because not only
I don't want Josh Jobe in the middle.
Josh Jobe wasn't only getting killed, but so was Terrell Edmonds. He was getting dog walked too. So that's what I'm saying, that he got to figure out how to scheme better there. We're so dependent or codependent on that front rush when we're not really getting home like we should. The standard of last year, we almost made history. This year, man, like not so much, man. And now we're starting to pick it up a little bit, but we really got to get home. We really got to get home, and I think that's what makes the secondary guys, good. Besides Reed Blankenship, because Reed Blankenship takes risks, and it's good risks because at the end of the day, he always make a play. Outside the backfield, he makes a tackle, to make a loss of 1 or 2, or interception. He could have had an interception this game. So I think that it's just the way the ball fell. But at the end of the day, man, I think Sean Desai has a lot of tighten up to do. Both coordinators really do. Because last week we were saying the same thing about Brian Johnson. But this week, Brian Johnson called a good game. The office wasn't just executing. So overall, long story short, I think that the coaching staff deserves a rating of 6.5 to 7.
Yeah, go ahead, Smitty.
EC1, you down there killing my mood. This man here, man, he'll stress you out. But with the offense, Brian Johnson, I think he did a better game plan this week in a crunch time moment. It's a little bit easier to call games when you up. He called a game from behind. He got up. He lost the lead. He still called a good game down the stretch. He was able to put us in a great position. I'm gonna give him like a 7.5. The one problem I had with Sean Desai, you remember in the third quarter when Hassan Reddick got that sack and then they got that false start to play after.
Yep.
If I was Sean Desai, I would have blitzed right at his face. I would have made him pick up the extra man, and we would have seen what he did. And I'm pretty sure he was so scared of Hassan Reddick, he would have flipped out there and let the inside open. It was things like that. But you said put James Bradbury back outside. I do not trust Josh Jobe in the inside because he don't know where to go. And I think they would have killed us even more because he did it. Think about this: when your boy went out
anywhere.
I do trust him.
It'd have been safe.
I do trust him, but I think he needs that. You can't have Terrell Edmonds as his help. Terrell Edmonds can't cover. You can't put Josh Jobe out there with a guy that can't cover and think somebody got his back. I think once we get Sidney Brown back in the fold and we got him out there playing. I think a lot of those plays with Sidney Brown on the field don't happen. I think a lot of those plays with Nakobe Dean on the field don't happen. Like, I really think a lot of it got to do with Sean Desai trying to adjust with players he don't trust. He's trying to make an adjustment and call his game the way he would, but then you come with the blitz, you put Josh Jobe one-on-one, and your boy Howard throw a pass off his back foot for a first down, and Josh Jobe is nowhere to be found. The touchdown, to take it to overtime, you literally, why did you fight inside? You have help inside. Stay outside. Stay home. Let him run himself into the defense, and when he run back out to you, that's pick 6. Because Sam Howell didn't even look. He dropped back. He looked this way. He seen McLaurin was with us. Slay. He was locked up. He turned back and just threw it. That was his second read. He threw it. If you in the right spot, that's a pick. Josh Jobe definitely has to get better. He has to earn the trust of the defensive coordinator. And if he can't earn it, I need Eli Ricks or Keely Ringo to get a shot. I don't need somebody out there with their confidence getting bashed in the ground because every time a team come out, they asking where's 28. You know, I played football for a long time. That would be very disrespectful. I'll line up on a dude and they go 28, and I know it's coming to me.
Right. But my question to you, Smitty, before you continue, as a player, like we both played football, you know, would you sit up there and take on the challenge, or would you sit up there and be like, all right, you know, I know they're coming to me, but, you know, what can I do to, you know, he got discouraged a little bit. I think that I would sit up there and take on the competition. Like, all right, cool. Y'all go and come to me, boom. But I just got to make sure in my head that I don't draw no penalties or nothing, make a clean play.
But that's what I think happened. He tried to be aggressive, and he got that DPI. He tried to get in Buddy Chest, and he got the DPI, and then you see him the next play, he got beat. It's like he mentally thinking too much. You just got to get out there and play football, man. All right, they finna come to me. It ain't gonna be nothing over here for you to come to. And if you do come, I'm going to – like, he had a great play one-on-one with McLaurin. Great defense. And then the next play, it was like he was in his head again. Like, you got to stay focused. Like Jalen Hurts said, it's the standard and then it's winning. Which one matters more? Winning always matters more. I don't give it. If Jalen Hurts came out there 7 for 13 for 63 yards and we win the game, I'm going to say he played bad, but I'm not going to be like, oh, we need to trade McCoy. Oh, he played bad, but we won. Let's move on. Let's get better next week. You can fix all things, DV, when you're winning. Josh Jobe should be on the hub this week in practice. You should be giving Keely Ringo, you should be giving Eli Ricks some of those snaps and see if you got something better behind them, because I know you trust Josh Jobe because he's been in the league a little longer. He's been with the defense a little longer. But you got to figure it out, man. You got to get these other guys an opportunity if he's not going to be out there to give his best work. I really don't like Terrell Edmonds. I told y'all this before. I don't think he's a safety. He's a linebacker. And every time he was deep in coverage and Reed Blankenship played the box, they went up. He went up top. The only problem was Sam Howell was missing the throws or he was under pressure. The one thing I will say about Sean Desai that I did like today, he brought the pressure, man. I really think the one thing I didn't like was his mashup of people on the field. You had like Barnett, Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox, and I only think you had Reddick on the field. Like, why is these three dudes the rushers, man? Barnett, I mean, he's all right, but I think that play they ended up running with your boy for the touchdown. Like, that's weird play calling for me from his perspective. Like, you can't put those type of guys, man. Exactly. You can't put those type of guys on the field. But wait.
Hey, yo, Commanders.
I was going to say something to him too, but
whatever are you talking about, bro?
Go ahead before I let y'all go. My scale for Brian Johnson, I'll give it a 7. I'll give Sean Desai a 5. I didn't like the play calling on the defense, letting Sam Howell go up and down the field. Brian Johnson, you're out the doghouse for now. Keep doing exactly what you did today, and I might just continue to like you. But go ahead, yo, react to this.
Yeah. So, Commanders fan, you gotta, I've been drinking, and I don't know what you drink, but I want some of that. Because he did not outplay my quarterback. My quarterback actually made play after play after play. You know, if it wasn't for my quarterback wouldn't play the game. The difference between my quarterback and your quarterback is that he played within the scheme. My quarterback actually played because he's the system. He is the system of the Eagles. Period. That's the difference. He cannot be outplayed by a Sam Howell. Like, that's dumb. How can you sit up there and say he outplayed somebody that he lost to? That's stupid. That's dumb. And look, man, we need to start giving out wrenches for people like this.
Right. Exactly. Go ahead, Smitty.
Listen, I mean, I know people are delusional. I know they drank, Washington Commander Kool-Aid. I know you happy that you got a new owner, but to come in here and bold-facedly lie and say your quarterback outplayed my quarterback. When at the end of the day, first off, my quarterback came out on top, more yardage, better QBR, better rushing. Like, he did everything on the field better. If it wasn't for our defense being trash, this game would have been nasty. Because Jalen Hurts really should have more than what he got. It was a lot of Jalen Hurts really. Listen, I know both of y'all watched the game. It was a lot of Jalen Hurts really disrespecting their secondary, bro. He was like, "Oh, you double covering Smitty? Oh, you double covering AJ? I don't care."
Did y'all see that the Devontae Smith catch?
It was two, 3 people there. So for you to say he outplayed him, you have to be delusional. And just like my co-host DV said, whatever you drinking, can you mail me a bottle of that? Because I need that every weekend. Because whatever you own, boy, you out of here. You throw. I know you probably owe somebody some money right now, and you in here trying to take it out on us because you done sent somebody $100 on Cash App, and they flexing on you. I understand. It's okay. You'll get over it. Next week we move on. I ain't moved on yet, but after tomorrow's show, I'll move on, man. I got somebody else to think about, man. And I'll get back to you. What, week 6, week 7?
Oh, look at this. Okay, we're gonna give you the time you need. The refs. How the refs help you? How the refs?
Are we talking about refs? Hold on, I lost a whole tight end for 5 games last year for the refs. I lost that game because you called a Bulls penalty on BG when your quarterback did some fluke game.
I see your finger up. Go ahead.
So you saying the refs helped us? Well, we had 11 penalties, bro. We had 11 penalties, bro. Number one. Number two, Sam Howell, if he couldn't get the third down, he was getting flags. He was getting flags to the point where they put him automatic first downs or closer to the first down every single time. Every single time. To the point where y'all seem like the team that was getting the help, man. But we don't make excuses, man. We was trying to talk about our team, what they did badly or poorly, and what they need to fix and all that. And here you come with dumb shit, talking about that the refs helped us. The refs did not help us. The refs helped y'all because that, like Smitty just pointed out, and he sent the picture to Cool Cat. That first brotherly shove was all sides, or not all sides, but it was a penalty against y'all.
Yes, all sides. They all sides, bro. Look at his hand. Yeah, his hand is under the ball.
Right. So they helped y'all more than they helped us, and we still beat y'all and the refs. Our offense, I should say, our defense brought y'all back into the game.
Hey, Sparky.
So I don't even want to hear that.
Did you think that was hold on, DV? Did you think that was a unsportsmanlike conduct on AJ?
No, all he didn't
sit the ball in his lap. He just socked the ball between his legs and ran off.
Right, they was calling dumb calls. Dumb calls. Any other quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, or somebody else, throw the ball down the field and all that, wouldn't have been called an intentional grounding. But they did that today.
And then he threw it like that because he got hit.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he overthrew it on purpose. He got hit and he swung through. Like, okay, you got my arm. Let me get as much velocity on this as I can to get it to my boy. That wouldn't have been any other quarterback in the league. That would have been a regular play. They tried to get us out of field goal range, and guess what happened? Smitty came through in the clutch with field goal range again.
Exactly.
So,
but Slay is on the hub. We need to talk. I mean, Slay, we need to sit down.
We'll talk more Monday about that.
No, I'm just saying we need to talk, Slay. I need to have a conversation. You are on the hub, my brother. I have seen you get toasted 4 weeks in a row by receivers that should not be giving you work. And in the words of Mr. Shady, every receiver you lined up have given you crazy work. Crazy work. You need to get it together, Slay. Now he's gonna be hurt, so I don't even know if I even trust that side of the field no more. And I'm high on Slay. I'm one of those guys that's like, y'all tripping on Slay, but today they was attacking him when it ain't much to say, man. They was going inside, they was going outside, upside. They was trying to.
Yep. So what we'll do is we'll wrap it up here and we'll talk more tomorrow on BOBS. So for Smitty, for King DV and your boy, we'll see you guys on tomorrow. Fly, go Birds, and